Hello everyone, I hope you had a great weekend, and I wanted to let you know I really enjoyed our discussion about situational analysis. And today we're going to be looking at the different steps needed in order to conduct an organizational analysis. Now, as you read in your assigned reading, you saw that when you conduct an organizational analysis, you're really looking into the heart of an organization. Now, you want to make sure that all the organizational elements are strategically aligned, just as tires need to be aligned for better vehicle operation, and organizations, people, processes, and culture benefit from aligning within the organization structure. Now, if one area is off, it could really mess things up within an organization. Just like if a tire is off on a car, it's going to mess up the car's performance. Now, before we really dig into an organizational analysis, I wanted to show you where the organizational analysis is within the HPT model, and you can see what all it consists of here on the screen. Now, in this video, we're going to be going through the different areas of the organizational analysis in reference to the Angelica case study. But before we do, I'm going to go over the different steps of an organizational analysis and define each step. Now, you can also see these definitions within your reading for this week as well. So first of all, an organizational analysis is an examination of the components that strategic plans are made of. This phase of performance analysis analyzes the organization's vision, mission, values, goals, strategies, and critical business issues. Now, parts of an organizational analysis are the following. First of all, the vision. The vision is the organization's long-term view of its desired end state, is what the organization wants to be. Vision is a description of the core values and principles that make the organization unique. Next is the mission. The mission is the organization's reasons for being, in effect, why it exists. The mission, as expressed in the mission statement, gives direction and purpose and is driven by such forces as market needs, production capability, natural resources, regulatory action, technology, method of distribution, products and services offered, and the like. Now let's take a look at values and goals. Values are enduring core beliefs. Values envision compelling futures and deepen foresight. They have intrinsic value for the organization, and they need to make sense in terms of brand, marketing, and financial assessment. The goals represent target for accomplishment. They must be aligned with the organization's vision, mission, and values. They also need to be clearly defined, relevant, understandable, realistic, and reflect the organization's cultural dynamics. Now, the final two parts of an organizational analysis consist of strategies and critical issues. So strategies are the organization's plans for growing the business. Strategies are needed to determine a market position, identify and nurture customers, compete in the global environment, focus on competitive advantage, achieve broad goals and objectives, and so on. Critical issues are problems or opportunities that determine an organization's success and may represent a gap in results that must be closed. Some call them critical business issues, others call them critical success issues. But no matter what they are called, they all affect the business in terms of success or failure. Typical examples may include increasing customer satisfaction and ultimately employee or customer retention, increasing market share, reducing or eliminating excessive waste, and so on. Now, if you were conducting an organizational analysis in a real-world situation, you would want to look at a variety of items such as the ones that are on the screen right here. So I suggest that you just take a look at some of these, and these would be some of the items that you would want to look at as you are conducting an organizational analysis. Now we're going to take a look at an organizational analysis in reference to the Angelica case study. If you would like, you can get out the case study so you can look over it as we're going through it. And we're just going to take a walk through this case study, and it's important to understand that some of the information will be completed, but not all of it as we go through this video, and then you'll complete the rest of it in the discussion board activity for this week. So let's take a look at the vision for this case study. And you can see, based on the data from the case study, the owners at Angelica desire to be the retail leader of the Midwest and beyond in quality, being affordable, and trendy fashion for teenage girls and young women. Now, does it really come out and say this in the case study? Not necessarily, but we do know that at the beginning you can see that the customer mix is young women ages 14 to 27 who are interested in trendy apparel. So you can take that and put it in the vision. Also, you can see within the case study that the owners want to double in size and that there are already 36 stores in the Midwest, so doubling in size would make 72 stores, so that would definitely make them a retail leader of the Midwest. Now, the mission section of this organizational analysis, you'll need to fill in during the discussion activity, and it just has Angelica is in business too, and then you'll need to fill this in for the discussion board activity. Just remember, it's important that the mission aligns with the vision. So now that we know the vision, you can make sure everything aligns with that. Now, the value section of the Angelica case study. The owners at Angelica emphasize good customer service, hard work, and you'll need to take a look at the case study and see what else they also emphasize. And again, take a look at that vision at the beginning and make sure it aligns with that as well. Now, the goals you do have supplied for you. So the overarching goal is to increase revenue. And you can see that in the case study under where it says stakeholders, it says store owners. First sentence there, the store owners are in business to make a profit. So that does make sense. That's not a bad thing, but understand that the overarching goal is to increase revenue. And also another goal is they have a goal to double their current number of stores in 2 to 3 years. And then thinking back to the vision, this goes along with the owners at Angelica desire to be the retail leader of the Midwest and beyond. So doubling the amount of stores that they have will definitely make them a leader in the Midwest. So this definitely goes along with the goals that we're talking that you see on the screen, and it definitely aligns with it as well. So taking a look at the strategies, remember these are the organization's plans for growing the business, and we can see that Angelica plans to help low-performing stores improve customer relations. You can see that it wasn't so great in the case study, increase their profitability. You can see that wasn't so great in the case study as well. Reach greater revenue consistency throughout the company. There was definitely a major gap between the high-performing stores and the low-performing stores, and they also have a strategy to expand into new markets as well. Now, taking a look at the critical issues of this case study, we can see that some of the critical issues Angelica faces are the problems, uneven profitability between the high-performing, low-performing stores, non-compliance by some managers, and some of the opportunities that they have. They do have dedicated managers, they do have successful stores, they do have a successful brand already, and they also have resources to expand within the next 2 to 3 years like they would like to. Now that does conclude the organizational analysis for the Angelica case study, and now what I would like to do is walk you through the different assignments that you'll have for this week, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions or anything like that as you're working through these assignments. So basically, just like the last discussion, you'll read through the example and you can see that many parts are filled in while others are not. You want to choose 2 areas indicated with the fill in, and then complete them. Post your work, not the entire document, to the discussion board. So as you can see, as you work through this file, you'll be able to see different areas that you'll fill in, even some ones that I did not touch on within the video. So let me know if you have any questions about this as you work through the discussion assignment. And then keep in mind, I'll also post in the discussion, the fill-in answers Saturday morning, just like I did this past week. And then finally, you'll be conducting a full organizational analysis about the Pfeiffer case study using this document that I have here. You can find that right within the course. So the Pfeiffer General Hospital case study, where you will fill in all these different sections. And feel free to refer to the videos you're going through this, or if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me as well.